Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I did this pastel cut crease look. So to start out, I'm going to be using the NYX White Cream Eye Base all over my eyes, and I'm just applying this with a brush and saturating most of the product on my lid, but then taking it up and kind of using it to highlight my brow bone, since I'm not going to be using a shadow on my brow bone today. The first color I'm going to lay down is Home Sweet Home from Sugar Pill, which I don't think they make anymore, but if you just use a kind of matte baby blue, it works just the same. So using a fluffy brush, I'm going in and laying down our transition color. So now going in with a Seafoam Green color. This one is from Makeup Geek. It is also matte with a eye contouring brush from e.l.f. I'm just going to start deepening up the crease and adding some dimension. I tried to use as many pastel colors as possible without it getting too muddy and too complicated. But with these colors, it's really important to build and layer up, so make sure you lay down kind of a base and then blend it out, and then you can add more product on top, and eventually you will get this really bright, pretty pastel. So now going in with the white eye base, I'm going to start defining the lid from the crease area. So I'm just laying this on with the brush like I did in the beginning and kind of stamping it in so that it gets a nice defined rounded lid. This stuff is really super creamy, so I do suggest maybe using a concealer instead of this base, but if you are more comfortable with an eye base than using a concealer on a brush, then do whatever makes your heart content. But I did bring the white down into the inner corner a bit to add a little bit of highlight, and again just kind of stamping it in and then using my finger to blend it out, because I did put a couple of layers just so there was a nice rich kind of white shade all across it. Now going in with Breakfast at Tiffany's from Jeffree Star on an angled brush, I'm just going to start defining that crease. I started on the outside and kind of drew my wing, and then started drawing it over and across the top. Now my brush was a little thick, so a little bit of it did get on the lid and it ended up creasing while it was still wet. So I do recommend a very fine, thin brush, but I'm looking to get some new brushes this weekend, or very, very soon anyway, so I can get really Nikki Tutorials sharp style lines. So now I'm just going to do this on the other eye, obviously. We want them to be similar at least. And I did take the Breakfast at Tiffany's down into the inner corner just a bit, so it kind of creates a mock cat eye type of look. But I just winged out each side, and by the grace of God, it was even. So if nothing else, I did that right. Going into this NYX Air Palette, I'm taking this metallic lilac color and packing it on. And this is a brush from Sephora, and if you can see, the top of the brush is kind of pointed, which is really nice for looks like this because it keeps everything nice and clean and sharp when you're trying to do this. For the waterline, I'm taking a teal gel pencil liner. This one is from Ulta. I've had it forever. I love this liner. And just smudging that into the waterline to bring a little bit of that teal down below and kind of ground the look. And then putting a little bit on the eyelid as well, but I am not winging it out. I don't often use pencil liners on my lid, and I kind of miss using them, so I may be doing that more in the near future. But I also filled in a little bit of the tear duct with that color just to add a cohesive type look. For the lashes, I'm going in with the voluminous white primer, and since I'm using a colored mascara today, I am going to use a white primer because it helps the color pop out a little bit better. And with colored mascaras, sometimes they don't add enough volume and separation, so the primer kind of helps aid in giving you a little bit more lift with it. For the mascara, I'm using purple from Wet n Wild. This is from Halloween, but I'm pretty sure you can get it year-round. and I'm just applying this to my lids. And I did about 2 coats, and it's not going to be super ultraviolet vibrant, but it does give you a nice purple hue, especially if you coat the back of your lashes with the mascara, which I did as well. For highlighters, I'm going in with the two that I have really been loving from the NYX holiday collection on a Sigma brush, and I just blended them together on the brush and then put them on my cheeks so they were all nice and mixed before they even touched my skin. And for the blush, I'm using the one from the NYX holiday collection as well, and just kind of stippling this on and then blending it out with a brush that I got in a little kit from Ulta. And then to set this all down, I'm using the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. I love this stuff. And then for lips, I'm using kind of a medium pink matte one. This is also from the NYX Advent Calendar, and I cannot remember the name. And then over top of the pink, I'm going to be using a kind of matte lilac-y purple one. This is Coven from Kat Von D, but you can use any sort of lilac-y matte color. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and make sure you subscribe. Bye!